Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Today's episode of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hot one, hot time in Florida. Hot time.
It's 77 here.
Well, it's going to be 77. It's in the mid-60s right now.
Oh,
You
it's
lucky
beautiful.
dogs. Heat
Finally.
index today will be who had 108 degrees.
Oh, man. You're off the,
108?
when you're off the
Yeah.
FM dial,
Man,
that's
it feels
no
so
good.
bad for you after the hot summer we had.
Yeah.
Man.
108 today. What
Yeah,
does that
Mike,
mean?
2 days ago it was 96 degrees, and I was standing outside. I said, "It's September!"
Yeah, he was screaming at the
Sweating.
passers-by.
Sweating.
Well,
Is your house
today's
still
the-
sweating?
Yeah. Yep. They don't do. No, actually, the window isn't. But I will tell you, they don't do warnings down here because they just take it for granted.
Yeah.
Today they did. Today, a heat index warning
108,
today.
a humid 108. It's a soup you can wear.
108.
You better go knocking on some neighborhood doors because this is when it gets hot enough to check on the elderly.
Knock, knock, knock it on someone's door.
Hey, you breathing?
How
All
you
right.
doing? Stay inside. Is your air conditioner working today? Thanks, Mrs. Havisham. How are you? Have a cool drink and boo.
Is that flammable oxygen outside on the porch? Let's get it inside.
There you go. Have a great time, lady. Anyway, I wanted before we got lots of yaks today. This show is going to be
Good.
dedicated to
Yak
your
attack.
phone calls. Looking forward to it. But I did before that. I've been wanting to address this all week long. I wrote it down. Robb Spiewak's sad nostalgia.
Oh,
Which, by the way, Rob, when you get to be my age, if you're the way you are now,
Right.
you're not going to be even able to live in contemporary times because you will be so. You are already so obsessed with nostalgia,
Right.
that it's sad to me
But-
because you dwell on it. You have never taken the deep dive in Jerryland with your telethon like well into the week after Labor Day. It's never happened with you. I'm not used
well,
to it.
you know,
Gary.
I finished what I tried to do, and I do start feeling the Jerry pangs like Saturday of Labor Day weekend because it was always a big part of my life. It was a 21 and a half hour broadcast that I had to try to watch all of. First
I
for
like your
pleasure,
clips. I like some
then
of
for
your
work,
clips.
and then so what I did is I tried to put the clips on Facebook at approximately the time that they would have aired on the telethon, like hour 16. Here's Jerry
Oh, my
conducting the
God.
orchestra.
Who
Yeah,
has the time for that? That's amazing.
That's what he occupies his time
phenomenal.
doing.
I love
Can you
it.
Imagine if
I
he'd
love
used
it.
his powers for good.
No,
It's-
but this
it's
is what
incredible.
this is. If he did, Mike, we wouldn't have the man we have in front of us.
No, we wouldn't.
You know,
he is who he is.
Yeah,
He's
he would
been
be
that way
he
for
would be a higher achiever and doing things elsewhere.
and we got him, and I'm happy to
Well,
have
take
him.
And
him
also,
the
Mike,
way we can get
and
him.
when you want to talk about sad nostalgia, nostalgia can be happy. Do you know the joy I have that you are now a Turner Classic Movie enthusiast?
It really upsets
Well,
me.
and
I gotta
that
be
is-
honest.
I love it.
Weirds me out.
That's on my regular channel, and I watch that.
You're better
and-
than TCM.
what I watch.
You're better.
There's nothing better than TCM.
What was I
I
looking-
don't
was
even know
looking
what
at-
channel TCM. I don't know even
256.
if I carry it.
Here's what I love about TCM. No, Turner Classic Movies. No necessary rules there.
No.
You'll
right.
get a silent film.
Like
you'll
Outback?
get a color film. It doesn't matter. They throw it all out there. If
You'll
it's
get movies
old,
from the 80s sometimes.
Like
you do.
what?
It's fantastic.
You don't say.
Yeah, like Ordinary People. They show Ordinary
I like
People.
There
Ordinary
it is.
People.
Yeah.
That was
It's a
strong. I
great
remember
movie.
that movie.
Great movie.
Sure. Timothy Hutton, fun guy.
They had Raquel Welch with 1 Million Years
BC. Nice.
which was just all it is a vehicle to have Raquel Welch running around in a bikini. So I'm fine with that.
It's a fur bikini, isn't it?
It's a fur bikini and
Real fur.
huh?
Real fur.
Yeah, it was okay back then.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they cared. I think it was rabbit. I think it was rabbit. It was rabbit. It was rabbit fur.
But, I did not really bring the Jerry into after 6 o'clock on Labor Day. There are people still commenting on the clips, and so they're still popping up on the feed.
When did he pass?
He passed...
Around 6?
No, Jerry Lewis, I found out... I was on the beach, I think it was 3 years ago. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I found out. 11
All right, let me
o'clock
tell you
Vegas
sad.
time.
all right, here it is. And Rob, by the way, put two clips that I liked. You see the clips when I like them, right? When you put the clip of the Count Basie Orchestra.
That was fun.
And Sammy singing on that. But here's the thing about Jerry. Jerry, that's where I depart from you. The man himself.
Yeah.
The man himself. I love the entertainment value of the telethon, but Jerry just doesn't bring it.
You see, for me,
he's just there, and what is the Count Basie Orchestra? Magnificent,
the greatest ever. The greatest
with
ever.
Count Basie's still there, still alive, and at the piano, magnificent talent. The musicianship just par excellence. And what does Jerry do? He gets up and he conducts.
Right.
Anyone out of the audience could do that. So Jerry doesn't have any talent to do. It takes no talent to do what Jerry does. And a lot of people have said what I've said for a long time. What Jerry does have a talent in is bitching.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Bitching.
So just let me say, and then I'll let you have the floor for the record, because it's your thing.
Fine.
This is your thing, and this is the only reason I have a problem with it, and I've always had a problem with it, because with Elvis, I understand. You understand the good part of Elvis and the bad part. Elvis, a mishandled artist,
tragedy,
who had people surrounding him that were horrible, and probably is just like so many other stars that were surrounded by sycophants that were allowed to deteriorate and die eventually.
Yeah.
But with Jerry, I just can't get away from the fact Jerry is a despicable human being. He's not a nice person.
He disgusts
me. You revere him, and even on the show, he's bitching at people, and he's just I don't know.
He's a nasty individual.
He's nasty. Jerry's nasty, and you put him on this pedestal, and it drives me out of my mind. But then you put a clip up, and I'm like, well, that was entertaining, and that was Don Rickles was entertaining.
Don was great.
Okay, even the way Jerry, in his phoniness, reacts towards Don Rickles. He's not really laughing at Rickles. You know this, Rob.
I know.
Because I know you study it like I do.
I know.
He's not even really laughing. He's just being showbiz phony laughing. I'm going to be Jerry. Just, yeah.
You could tell when he touched Jerry's cards. He touched Jerry's cards on the podium, and it really pissed Jerry off.
Yeah.
Why would it upset
Don't do
him?
that.
Don't know.
Because Jerry doesn't like anybody messing with his stuff.
Jerry
But
is
the thing
an
is,
ultimate control freak, and I think it
So
boils
I
down
don't
to that.
understand. I don't understand this
here's
reverence
what's
you have.
Here's the problem.
this
I
terrible
also don't fully understand it. I feel kind of like a wife in an episode of Cops, that I've been abused and yet I still love him.
Who loved him in your household outside of you growing up?
Rob,
No
that
one
was
had
Rob.
to have.
No, that was me.
Just
That's
you.
all you.
That's all me.
That's all you
That's
left while the mother and
Deserted
father
childhood.
were off going to picnics.
All Labor Day weekend, he's alone watching
Well,
TV.
Mike,
All Labor Day weekend, 3-day weekend, he's watching television.
As you know, Mike, I come from a broken home.
I know.
And my parents were at that point were going to separate picnics. But yeah,
But at that point, when
I
you
was
really
home.
got
Yeah,
into it.
was watching it there. Jerry is so complicated, and I think part of it that you brought up Elvis. That's part of it. There's a complicated sort of duality when you watch, and I really do think that the movie, if you want an example of Jerry's best work of his career, is probably The Nutty Professor. The original Nutty Professor is a very well-made film and a beautiful film to look at, but it also is quite telling because many people thought that when he was the cool Buddy Love character, he was making fun of Dean Martin. But the more people talk about it, they say that slimy dickhead is Jerry Lewis.
Right.
And he's letting himself be seen as the villain for the first time.
Is he good looking in that movie?
They do everything they can to make him good looking.
Because he's kind of dorky, right? He was kind of dorky.
Well, I mean, he
he
played that up too.
He played up the dorkiness,
But he was
Jerry
like a
could,
Hollywood heartthrob, wasn't
No,
he?
but Jerry could
No.
slick back his hair. He's not an
Right.
unattractive
Yeah,
guy.
right.
And he's
But
very
he had that kind of like, yes, I'm there with a cigarette going here.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
like that. With
So-
all that. But like Jerry's thing in, I'll give you an example. Cinderfella.
right.
Where he does this massive ego stroke scene where he just walks, he does an entrance.
On a
and he walks down the
staircase,
stairs. And anybody could do it. You do too. You just no. It's no genius.
No,
in
it's just the
that.
way you walk
There's
with some confidence.
I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'm interjecting.
No, it's
Go ahead.
fine.
You were
But
talking Jerry.
Again, that's another thing. That's another example of Jerry playing the dual personality of Jerry, because Cinderella is the ultimate loser. He's like, you know, a male version of Cinderella, put upon, really treated badly by his mother and his stepbrothers. And then the fairy godfather comes in, Ed Wynn, and makes him cool for a night. And he does the thing with the massively perfectly fitting tux.
Is this a movie?
Oh, it was a huge movie, 1963 too, about that.
I don't know.
But I don't know why I even threw it out there.
Confirm for me, Mike, please.
Jerry, the thing is, here's where we would say, and by the way, we are similar in that respect. My show business idol, Buddy Rich, the drummer, amazing talent, was a hump. And I think the thing is that it's the talent level. See, with Buddy Rich, it was the
amazing talent.
greatest.
He was the greatest. But
greatest drummer in the world.
But see, okay,
so I
this
looked the other way.
This is fascinating. Your idol is a fantastic drummer. Rob's idol is a hack telethon host.
Well, no, that's one portion of him. When in fact, Oscar, what if I were to tell you?
Speaks volumes.
What if I were to say there was a man, unnamed at this point, that saved Paramount Pictures? Paramount Pictures was in danger of folding, and he came in and got a contract and literally saved the studio to a point where they gave him his properties. They said, "You have done so much for my studio. You can own your own movies."
You mean
Thank you.
His movies were so successful that he saved a movie studio.
Saved Paramount Studios. He was the box office guy in the 60s.
So Rob is making a talent argument here.
No, I'm not saying a talent.
But his the success. A success.
If you can equate success with talent,
he's just trying to stroke the business ego, which is hey, this guy was so powerful, he changed the future of a motion picture house, which is impressive.
Yeah, it is. And that was just a portion of what he did.
He didn't find a cure though, man.
No,
at the end of the day,
he did not. Certainly not for himself.
Oh God, he's in his 90s. That's very cruel.
Mike,
that's very, very.
He's
cruel.
too busy being dead.
He lost the race.
He did. He was in it for a while.
That's it.
But he did enjoy amazing success. Some of his failures are so legendary. The Jerry Lewis show. He did a Saturday night talk show that was the biggest budgeted television show of all time. They rebuilt. As a matter of fact, it was in the theater that they do the Kimmel show in now. And they refitted this theater for television, and it was a disaster. Even to me, it's almost unwatchable. But he thought he could pull that off. But he's got a lot of guts. He always did what he wanted to do, and there's a certain honor in that.
Because I think you enjoy the bad man Jerry too. There's
some of that, yeah.
You like that. You enjoy that.
I enjoy the awkwardness on the telethon. I enjoy the very schmaltziness of the telethon. I enjoy fake,
schmaltz too.
The fake on the. Did you watch the Wayne Newton clip I put up?
Not yet, but I love your clips. I love your clips. I do. I have to admit,
the Wayne clip is great.
I like the nostalgia too. I grew up watching this. But
it's the seasons of Rob. I can't believe you put it around the time that this played in real time.
Well,
that's
you got to know it, man.
There's like
I didn't know you were doing that. I didn't know.
That's why the post would start. Welcome to hour 16. I'm such an asshole.
There's a genius to it, but it also for some reason pisses me off.
I know, because of his brain. Because there's no. How to describe Rob from in our business model? Rob Spiewak does so many very, very funny things.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially his presence here. I love having him here.
He's
every
a genuinely funny guy.
Outside, we trying to get Rob to do something that he's not in love with. Like there are aspects of the job that he's not in love with. Is how would you describe it, Oscar?
Well,
there's just no getting it done.
But it's tedious, but in a way that. Okay, do you really want me to pull back the curtain?
Sure, why not? It's Friday. Let's live it up.
This is really messed up.
Live it up. Rob.
Let's welcome to hour 2.
Here we go.
Live it up. We're crueler to each other now than we've ever been because we're happier with each other. So
Rob, as you know, Mike, Rob does work for Podcast Village as well, but the majority of the bulk of responsibilities for Rob, outside of what we do here on the show, is and the audio set the creative is to walk hand in hand with Pony to make sure that this little infrastructure on the back end for the sales of deliveries, like more traffic.
Yeah.
And
traffic not meaning cars, but traffic meaning the delivery of commercials.
Yes.
Right.
And I get a list of ads on Sunday to review and see how the schedule's looking, et cetera. So there's a system in place. And When Shannon, when we first kind of reconfigured the business,
right, I
would say a couple years ago, it was all hands on deck. It was like, it's a learning curve of learning curves. We had to figure things out. And I remember bringing my wife into it and saying, look,
basically running our own radio.
Yeah, you got to help with this, please. And I said, you are going to hold Robb and Pony's hand through this process. I said, it's going to be like running across the street in traffic.
Like Frogger.
Robb is going to look at everything that is shiny and try to let go of your hand, and Pony is just not going to want to walk. So you gotta like a mom drag him across
this
that
really
crosswalk.
Is the curtain being pulled back.
That's what it is.
Pony doesn't want to walk.
Drag him.
I will cop to the shiny thing.
Yes.
I mean, that's me all over. That's me in a nutshell.
Yeah,
and I'll also.
But you're very competent. I'm just saying.
And I will reconfirm that Pony does not like to walk at all.
The hours and the hours and energy you spend on your Jerry clips,
right,
is the relation to anything you do. It is kind of a showbiz thing you're doing, but it is in no way related to the showbiz that you're part of.
The genius that you would actually lay out a timeline with your clips.
Well, it just happens mentally. It's soaked in. It's how I think.
That's
but also
part of the brain
weird
that we
thing
want
is,
for other things.
if you started me at like age 7 and I start watching the telethon back when the telethon was viable and sort of still a big deal, like the early late 70s, early 80s, that is what made me want to get into entertainment. That was the inspiration. You see the people up there killing it. They're on stage. They're having fun. They're talking, hey, boys. And they're talking to each other, and they're having a great time. Sadly,
for example, when we used to have guests on the old show, no one would have more pictures taken with a guest than Robb Spiewak to collect.
Yeah, it's fun.
His personal collection.
But anyone else would never be taking a picture because you don't want to bother the person.
Right. But
he would
Robb
probably
has them in his collection. And so getting guests and having guests is magnificent. It's wonderful.
Right.
Going through the process of getting the guests, he would rather have needles put in his eyes. And for 20 years, I have tried to say, please help. I understand that it's difficult. I understand that it's like auditioning because you get a lot of
the no's, so many no's
around,
yes,
and the rejections, but. You also, I will give it. All right, this is again pulling the curtain back.
That's fine.
This is fun, though.
All right, today, we have Sean Greenwood from Ben and Jerry's. All right, and Sean Greenwood is now a friend of mine, also on Facebook.
Right?
Really?
Today, yesterday I read a post from Sean Greenwood. Tomorrow, in Washington D.C., Ben and Jerry's will be debuting a brand new flavor. And I'm like, well, he's in D.C. Why aren't we part of that? And Robb's response to him is, you never call, you never write.
It was a lighthearted reach out. He was
Bye-bye. No, it's not. This is what
about a private message?
Bye-bye.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you for fucking us. Bye.
Why don't you? Are you in town?
And Robb, you
come on by.
Because your brain doesn't work like that. A lighthearted, your brain should be, hey, personal message.
Come by.
Come by. What's going on
we'll
with
make it
this?
work.
We'd love to get we're the Ben and Jerry's
We'll get on the gravy train,
here.
man.
But you don't, what is it? What is it about you? You don't care.
No,
you don't
I care.
A rat's ass about having him on the show, but you wanted to reach out and say, ha, ha, ha.
I see
you. Never call, you never write.
Don't worry about the show.
You know, I'm like, we live in a different world. My response is, what the F are you doing in D.C.? Debuting a new flavor. We've promoted everything. We promoted that Greek crap you had a while back. Why don't you come on and talk about it?
It was great.
It was good.
Great. Hey, what about, what do they releasing? Trump's Humps?
I have no idea. Do you know where they're releasing it?
Was
what
a
show
secret.
they're going on? What the reason is he's in Washington, D.C.? Have you asked any of those questions?
It was an event, I believe, at the National Press Club, and I did not see what the flavor was because it was a secret debut. They were going to debut it that day.
Ooh.
Well,
today?
Today?
I believe so.
Today.
I believe so.
Do you know that we have access to the National Press Club?
But I'll put the
We could have sent Maddie.
So Jerry, that's what makes me.
Maddie.
What makes me with you.
Maddie, he doesn't love you.
do you understand?
I do understand.
Do you understand?
We're
the
Flavor
lack of
Nation.
caring about this.
I do care about this.
We do. You care more about.
Let's pretend if we got credentials for Mac for the National Press Club, which is easy to get to
For
here.
Mac, okay.
Yes. For him just to call in, right?
Okay.
To call in from the event. And we're here. We call Mac. Mac will fail miserably, but it's his day to shine, right?
Okay, right.
God
He has a
bless him.
chance.
Yeah, he's there. Just the idea we could call him and we got him credentials would have been hilarious.
I see that.
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
For the future.
All right.
Yes.
That's the part because that's what I've tried again and again and again. But it's not shiny enough. It's the grit work. It's the grinding, being a dick work. Being a producer.
He's not a dick. He's
No, you
nice.
don't have the chip where you go, hey, man, be nice if we could do it. But there's not even, he could do it nicely. But you don't choose to because it just doesn't. It doesn't enter your
He
mind.
had his plate full as well. Who knows what was going on yesterday?
Am I
When did you write that? When
Am
did
I
you
right
write
that it? You don't care. You don't.
No,
you
I do
don't
care.
care about the telethon. You care about Jerry's telethon.
I put up a
And
few
posting
clips on a
pictures
day
of
off.
telethon to your 14 people that like it. And then, but this is like the Sean Green, a regular guest, a guy that's in your jet, and you said you never call, you never write. And I read that and said to myself, that's it. That's all it is.
That's
That's
all.
it. You know what that is? Do you know what your statement of Sean Green is like? Thank you for effing me and us and our show and not caring about us. Bye-bye. Everything's good. And then he writes a flip thing about you're number one on the VIP list. What did that mean? What did that mean?
I think he was returning it. I tell you what,
he was saying you're welcome
Why?
anytime.
Because you can make nice with him and be happy friends with him. This is a business associate who comes on the show and it's good for our ratings.
You gotta lead him to water sometimes.
All
That's
right.
bottom line. You know who's a
That's
great
the
hatchet
part.
woman, Mike? Maddie. Maddie's a great hatchet woman.
Really?
She'll just ask you and tell you.
When it comes to ice cream, I'll get it done.
All right. All right. Well, I mean that ship probably, but that's the part. That's the part where it doesn't in your mind, does it?
no, it does. I thought about.
Really?
Yes, it does.
It would have.
I didn't think that was something. We had him on not too long ago. I didn't think it was that big of a deal
okay.
for you. I see now that I was
It's
wrong.
not that big of a deal for me.
Well,
That's
no,
not that big of a
we're
deal
not-
for
we're not-
me.
Okay,
It's
okay,
the
well, then let me
show.
withdraw
We
that.
are all in it together. You think of the show as me.
No.
You don't think of the show as us. You
I
know what
misspoke. I misspoke. I didn't
Like,
think it was
for
that.
example, if it came to getting Jerry on the show,
Right.
it would be you would prioritize going to sit in the audience and watch Jerry. Like you would prefer to sit in the audience and watch a show than pursue them personally. Where even Buddy Rich, my idol, I wanted backstage to
Right.
get an interview. But from the time I was in high school, I wanted to interview him. He'd say he's got him. That's the show, the business of show. You are a performer. You are Robb effing Spiewak.
Two B's.
Stop being the one that's in front of the TV and being the one that's more valuable. Who was that character you were on HBO?
Oh, Lester, the disc jockey.
Lester
You're
the
Lester
DJ.
Holt.
You want to be? You were
I'm
into
not
that.
Lester Holt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You were into that. You know,
Lester
you didn't
the
fight
molester.
for it.
Lester in the
wasn't
morning.
you didn't go out and audition 50 times to get it. Was spoon.
It was natural.
fed to
It was
you.
natural.
I got very
But
lucky. I got very
You
lucky.
got lucky, but you know that. So
Mike,
that's
to be fair, Lester got canceled.
That's true. Lester actually might.
not Rob's fault.
No, I think Pete Holmes said it was my fault that got the show canceled.
I know. And Pete Holmes is an extremely funny man.
Yes.
But that's what probably drives me.
It's fine. I think
Oh,
moving
God,
forward,
I'm
this
having
is
a
not
heart attack.
really
We're at a
about
heat index of
Jerry.
108 today.
Very high.
It's about ice cream. So really, we
No,
need
it's
some more
just when
free
we have.
samples.
It's like when Patton's been in town.
Patton's coming back.
No, I've been in touch with Pat.
Yes.
And he
All right.
did turn us down.
Yes.
He was in what he referred to it as ultra relaxation mode.
All right. Patton's not on the show anymore.
Oh no!
What?
I'm turning Patton
Come
down.
on, no!
There you go. Okay.
No,
Not all that scary great. when he's
AP
here.
Bio.
How
he's-
about that?
Oh,
Yeah.
what's some of the best moments of my life?
Great show.
Yeah, having him here. When I made him laugh that one day.
How did you make him laugh?
I don't really. I said classic tradecraft, and I used the word tradecraft, and that stopped him in his
How
tracks.
did you turn us down? Just out of curiosity.
I said.
Thanks for mentioning that, David Edgar. I appreciate that.
Just to let you know.
Well, that's it. That's right. That's great, though. That's great. That's another thing. It's like
he was in town to
you
do.
Ever see Sean Hannity, Bill O'Reilly? Let me enlighten you on those guys. Donald Trump, our president. These success. They're completely into the self-aggrandizement.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But that's another story. So as Patton turned
he was in town to do a charity thing, and he was staying with his folks as he always does.
Yes.
And I reached out and I said, our door is always open. We'd love to see you. Anything we can do.
When's the last time Patton was on? A year ago?
I think it was
6 months ago.
About a year and a half ago. Year and a half ago.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that long ago. I think it was this year. It was early this year. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because we had the.
Oh, I could. Let me double check that.
Yeah, please do.
We had a picture, and I was like, I do not look good in that picture, and I have not looked good for a year and a half.
Could have been yesterday then.
Yeah, that's just the thing about it.
Next time, say we're working on Patton.
Yes.
I think the attitude that I've always tried
stick.
to instill is that this is your thing.
I love this Friday.
And
very productive.
Your deal here. You're the man, Rob. You're the man.
You're
don't
nice
have
to say
be
that.
The observer. You don't need to be the
you
casual
know
observer.
what?
You need to go get him.
You are a presence. When you walk in a room, people are like, "Oh, Rob." They wanna work with you.
Right.
Right. Take that to the rest of your life. Like when
Use your power for good, Rob Spiewak.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, with that said, I think that I enjoy.
I think we really built him up today, Mike.
The Jerry clips.
I'm horribly confused.
You drive me insane for the reasons You're smart.
I know.
You know why. It's the same thing with the. There's a book I'm reading. There's a character like you in this book, and it's.
Is it the Bible?
No, but there's.
Am I like Joshua?
Would it be? I don't want to make you feel horrible.
No, it's fine.
This is my psychotherapy.
I will say this before you make me feel horrible, and that's fine. Is that if our relationship was truly broken, if it was beyond repair, if this was a total crisis, we wouldn't still be together after 27 years, which we are.
I love you as much as I get mad at you. I mean, it's the truth. I reach out to you more than anybody else on the show when there's something funny and there are a million things that you and I have that we do that. I share that.
I agree.
But I think that in your particular case, because of the whole conflict, you like to take the path of least resistance.
Well,
that's it. And I think that's
easily agreed upon.
But you can be powerful. You can be more powerful than you know with that. And by the way, so an opportunity, no matter who the guest is, if it's somebody that has been good on this show that our listeners have liked, and by the way, I'm joking about Patton.
Of course.
We're the Patton's the eagle, we're the flies.
Yeah.
Patton is a genius with script writing, and he's got a very, very great stand-up career. And if that's all it is, if the movies and television, if he never had another starring role in a major feature film, it wouldn't matter. Patton's stand-up, he's got a career for the rest of his life.
Of course.
And he's a genius, and I'd love to get Patton. And Patton's turned us down before.
Yeah.
And that's
We'll
the way.
take him anytime.
Sometimes he likes to come in and do separate
Family.
stuff. So we love having him on the show. It's that I think, though, when he's got to feel it a little bit. Just make sure you know. So when you write that to Sean Greenwood, he's not feeling it. That's in your own way telling him it's okay. No, it's not. It's not okay. Bring that new flavor by here.
Yeah.
Sean.
All
right,
Yeah.
Sean, we've shilled for that product for your two hippie bosses. We've shilled for that product for a million years.
Remember
so
the
get your
time
ass over here.
Mike went there and you were closed.
That's right. You were cleaning out the urns,
cleaning.
the churns.
Great tour. Suds. That's what I saw.
Be a good new flavor.
You want to come back? No, I don't want
Suds.
to come back. By the way, the Colburn said, "You want to go back?" I said, "No, you sweet, wonderful people, because they're dear friends, most thoughtful people I know." Said, Would you like to go back? I know they didn't want to go back.
No.
And so it's just anyway. I think we've blown a half
What's
hour,
the character? What is the character? Who is the character?
Yeah, who am I like
It's
in the book?
They talk about this college guy. They're having a reunion. They're all 66, and the one guy. This is it. The guy. This is not going to make you feel bad. So this guy is in a band, and he likes being, showbiz, and he gets mediocre grades, and he's decided that he doesn't want to pursue an Ivy League or whatever because he's not smart enough, and his teachers have told him he's smart, but he's not. And then he takes the SATs, and he's in the top 4%. of SATs in the country, and they realize he's brilliant, and he's been brilliant, and that's where the whole path of least resistance. You know? If you use your power for good, your big brain for good, and
I think
discomfort.
that was
yes,
that was I guess loosely based on Powder, right? The original movie.
Whatever. I don't know. Like
that's more of a physical resemblance. And also, I would have been like a Costco-sized jar of powder. I recall him being a little more slight than me.
Yeah, but
you're right.
Like, all these
but
powers.
you know, it wouldn't have lasted this long if I was that crazy. And I validated that, which means you can take advantage of me for another decade.
No, but also that's he's beloved. He's beloved because of the way he is.
He's more beloved than you and I are.
Oh, we're hated compared to him.
We have, and I'm hated more than you are, Oscar, because I'm
true.
the man.
You are hated more than I am.
That's the way.
But if you really want to dissect
let's
dissect the hatred just in this room.
Right.
Then
I'm not
so
paranoid,
good.
but I know what everybody says about me. Start the show. Thank you very much.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Who are you?
My name is Andy Sachs. I recently graduated from Northwestern University.
And what are you doing here?
Well, I think I could do a good job as your assistant. And, yeah, I came to New York to be a journalist and sent letters out everywhere and then finally got a call from Elias Clark and met with Sherry up at Human Resources. And basically, it's this or Auto Universe.
So you don't read Runway?
No.
And before today, you had never heard of me?
No.
And you have no style or sense of fashion?
Well, I think that depends on what you're...
No. That wasn't a question.
I was editor-in-chief of the Daily Northwestern. I also won a national competition for college journalists with my series on the Janitors Union, which exposed the exploitation of... Yeah, okay. You're right. I don't fit in here. I am not skinny or glamorous, and I don't know that much about fashion, but I'm smart. I learn fast, and I will work very hard.
I've got the exclusive on the Cavalli for Gwyneth. But the problem is, with that huge feathered headdress that she's wearing, she looks like she's working the main stage at the Golden Nugget.
Thank you for your time.
Who is that sad little person? Are we doing a before and after piece I don't know about?
That's all.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara.
That's all.
Robb Spiewak.
That's all.
Oscar Santana.
That's all.
And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
See, we have that psychoanalysis, and we do that, and then he demonstrates that he went home and he did all that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you'll get your That's All tape tonight. I just wanted to play it in the open.
I appreciate it. We love you, Robb Spiewak.
Love you, Mike O'Mara. Oscar, you're
Mike O'Mara Show.
All right.
From Meade, Washington to Hauser, Oregon, from Twig, Minnesota to Emeryville, California, from Cabo San Lucas, Mexico to Riverside, Singapore, the Mike O'Mara Show.
It's perfect.
Is on now. Brought to you by Cornerstone. There's a change in the air. Autumn.
Yes.
Autumn leaves. Listen to these important words from Cornerstone. As the temps cool down, the real estate market always heats up. It's the fall home buying season, and every year people go on the hunt for their dream home. Let Cornerstone First Financial help you make it easy. Mortgage rates are at the lowest they've been for a long time, so if you're thinking new house, think Cornerstone.
Yes.
The time to act is now.
Oscar, do it.
Now.
It's also a great time to refi. You can knock down your interest rate and save mucho dinero. Plus, Cornerstone offers free rate float downs. There's nothing like a free rate float down. I am such a fan of free rate float downs.
That's all.
Stop by. That's all. Which means if rates get better, your rate automatically gets better too.
Yes.
Not too shabby. Cornerstone, licensed in California, Maryland, Virginia, D.C., Georgia, Florida, Colorado. Try their new pumpkin spice mortgage. Delicious. Just a hint of vanilla. Click their banner on our website. Visit cornerstonefirst.com or call them at 866. Yeah. This is the passion fruit flavor of Liquid IV, and it makes my mouth water a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's like being in the islands, isn't it?
So very, very tasty. Yes, sir. Call them 866-625-1221. That's 866-625-1221. Cornerstone First Financial, personal attention from application to closing, ladies and gentlemen. That's all. All right, did you want to say anything more before we get to the yaks about Jerry, or are you done?
No, you know what? And here's the thing. I'm Jerry'd out now for a while. No, I'm okay. I'm good.
Don't stop because of us.
I wouldn't.
Okay, thank you.
Don't put too much importance on yourself,
Importance.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Are you ready for the
ready
TMOS Yak Shack?
Oh, is it time for all that?
Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your yaks. We won't get to all of them.
Friday
Try
yaks.
like hell. This is a sprint. I can only play a few right here, and then we got to take it. I'm trying. Without further ado, let's get to your phone calls. You can call us morning, noon, night, 866-920-MORE. That's 888. Let me do it again.
Please.
Hi, this is Mike O'Mara. Welcome to the show. 888-920-MORE. 888-920-6673.
And while you
don't
said
have it in front of me.
morning, noon, and night, I recommend calling it night. Beat the traffic.
Yeah, we talked about Bridges last week with Maddie and Bridges, or maybe this way. I don't know. This first call is for Bridges. I flew through these.
Okay.
I did not do a lot of editing. I got no idea.
So you know what this is? These are raw yaks for a Friday.
Nice.
And they might not be allowed because I don't know. There was something wrong with that. Let's take our first call.
Hi, this is Al. Bridges are high because at high tide, they have to allow boats or ships or high-masted schooners to go under them. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Well, are you talking about the Bay Bridge?
He's saying bridges overall are high because of a high tide. Now, that man, and I've been here before, Mike, you're listening to a radio show. People are talking, and they think they're informed, but they just don't account for what is obvious, high tide.
Right.
Yeah.
High tide. What? All right, next call. I've got a guy.
I'm going to call those idiots and set them straight.
I got like 4 calls from this guy. This is the guy that's close to my hometown.
Ooh.
He called last week. He calls lots. Frank. Remember Frank from
the
Brantford?
Tank.
Yeah.
All right, this is Frank the Tank.
Hey, Mike. It's Frank from Brantford, Connecticut again.
Hello.
Thanks for playing my yak stuff.
Okay.
You seem to be really enjoying it.
No, let's not get crazy.
So it's late. It's like 2 o'clock. I can't sleep. Second day of school starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying watching your show on YouTube with you drilling Rob about his vacation. And your show is just so entertaining. I'm glad I have it to watch because I just can't fall asleep.
Okay.
So there's that. And then just a question for all of you might be interesting is
What?
I was wondering if you've thought about, all of you, Rob, Oscar, Mike, if you've thought about
What?
recently not saying so much negative complaining about your significant others. I've noticed there seems to be a shift in avoiding that for air, and I'm wondering if that is purposeful or just organic. And I'm just curious because I think sometimes the significant others might feel a little put upon by you guys airing some of their problems on the air, and I'm just wondering if that.
Hey, Frank.
All right.
Frank.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Thanks.
Yeah, love you too, Frank. Hey, Frank, lighten up.
May I answer?
Go ahead. Yeah, well, you should go first.
When my wife, who I work with, I love dearly. I'm a lucky man. When she has to think about nothing financially or nothing emotionally.
Here he goes.
Emotionally, that's new.
Emotionally.
Yes. That's new.
The emotional support.
Yes.
Yeah.
When she sits down and asks me a question that I think should have been answered 20 years ago by somebody else. And I sit there and I casually and confidently tell her, like, this is the world is round. And these are the continents. Like, I know that she's in a safe place.
She asked you a lot of geography questions.
When I rage out, we're talking about the Eastern Bloc, and I had to pull out a map.
Okay.
And mind you,
your house must be a picnic.
Well, we're going to have kids one day, and she needs to educate them, right?
Okay,
So,
right.
Mike,
I don't know.
When we sit there and I say,
Yeah.
hey, I might rage out once in a while, but know that there's love. There's love.
There's love here.
There's love here.
Love,
there's love
in the
here.
form
Yes.
of Eastern Bloc countries.
There you go. I'll go
This
second.
was the Eastern Bloc.
Yeah.
I'll go second.
Good.
I don't want to get another dog. That's all I have to say, Frank. Rob, you're third.
I would trade my wife for a dog if the offer was on the table.
Come on. No.
But Frank seems like a good guy, and I'll just say this. I wish him a marriage.
Oh, very good. Yeah. All right, more Frank, and then we got a break. All right, more Frank. Sorry. Yeah, that's how I reward. I didn't listen to all of it. All right, let's more Frank. Here we go.
Hi, Mike. It's Frank from Brantford.
Yeah,
Connecticut.
hi, Frank.
Just real quick. I know you think that's impossible with me. If you want a good haircut, you go to a Latino barbershop. They know how to do fades. No one else does, not as well as they do. That's that. And I appreciate the fact that you're kind of creating a theme of disasters from the hurricane to your haircut. I see what you're doing. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
He's easy,
it's
Mike.
one
He's
big
easy.
conspiracy,
He's easy.
Frank. All right, Frank called like a couple other
Now,
times.
question about Frank. He
They
mentioned
can't all make it on the air.
He said in his first call, it's the night before the second day of school. He sounds too old to be a student. God forbid he's a teacher?
I don't know.
Also,
I
Mike,
don't know. Yes.
would it be entertaining if we all came on here and said how much we cared for our significant others?
You know, perhaps not. Perhaps not.
Also,
TGH.
it would make the job much harder.
Yes, I know. I'm feeling a heat index inside this show. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More of your yaks. We got an angry one when we come back.
Oh, no!
That's good, right?
Yeah, fantastic. More of your calls right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Oh, yeah. It's the most wonderful
Mike.
time of the year. Fruitcake time. It's
Hi.
back again, folks. TMOS Fruitcake Futures 2019. Your once-in-a-year chance. Once in a year? You mean once a year? Once a year, dipshit. Your once-a-year chance to snag a signature Robb Spiewak fruitcake. That's right. He signs them. Get ready to place your order for the taste of the holidays. They even taste better than you remember them. 2 big ways to purchase and support TMOS, including deluxe packaging and an exclusive new collectible and more. TMOS Fruitcake Futures. The holidays start right now. Put it in my mouth.
Oh.
Well then.
Welcome back. Hi, this is Mike O'Mara. Let me tell you something about myself.
Yes?
I like to take a drink.
What's
I
that?
like to take a drink.
Is that how you start the meetings?
Let me.
Hi,
No,
Brad
not
Pitt.
yet.
I like to take a drink.
Let me tell you about Cheers.
Yeah.
This stuff works. Cheers Restore. It is an after-alcohol little pill that you take, and it's designed to reduce the negative effects of alcohol. I did this last weekend. It worked. Whether you drink a little or a lot, take Cheers after a night out, and you'll feel at least 50% better. I think it was Saturday night, and I took it right before bed. I woke up feeling amazing. 2 to 4 capsules after your last drink or before going to bed.
I take 4, Mike.
You take 4? Of course you do. You'll feel better in the morning. They guarantee it. It's like an antacid for alcohol. Cheers Restore. Not that Cheers.
What's that?
Norm!
Hey, everybody.
Cheers Restore neutralizes alcohol's negative effects so you can wake up feeling great. No more headaches, nausea, sluggishness the next day, and it's healthy for your liver too. For a limited time, our friends at Cheers, get it? Friends, Cheers? They're giving our listeners a chance to try out Cheers Restore for free. To take advantage of this offer, simply go to takecheers.com/TMOS and take the 30-second quiz. You pay $1 for shipping, and your 4-dose sample bottle will be on its way along with a free gift. Again, that's takecheers.com/TMOS to get your first 4 doses of Cheers Restore for just $1. Cheers, the best thing to happen to alcohol since alcohol. There it is. All right, back to the yaks, ladies and gentlemen.
You said it's an angry one?
Angry yak, yes. It sounds like a guy was angry. I don't know. Let's listen. Welcome. And by the way, it's 888-920-6673. Call morning, noon, and night. We love to get your phone calls. Let's take another one here.
What's up, fellas? Your boy Kenny Bunk. Haven't called in a while.
Ooh.
Mike, I haven't called because when you were on vacation, your boys there didn't air any of my segments. I'm pretty steamed, but I'm not calling for that. I'm calling for send a message to Brian from Manassas. Hey, Brian, get your own stick, dude. Weed reviews are my domain. I pioneered it, and I'm going to keep it. For crying out loud. It's hard enough getting this content past the gatekeeper, Robb.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't want to be outshined.
Wow.
Anyway, it's Friday, Labor Day weekend, headed north, 95. Gonna go hit Portland for a while. Sure, I'm gonna rock it. I miss you, Mike. Miss you here in Maine. I think small Mike should come be a Maine kid. Get him out of Florida. Put him in school up here. God, I can list reasons for the rest of this call. I won't.
Small Mike.
Anyway, guys, enjoy the weekend. We love you and Kenny Bunk. And I'll talk to you soon. And as always, Mike, please tell all, especially you blue chipper and small Mike, I said hi.
Thank you. Yes. Small Mike.
Is that the
Small
first time?
Mike is funny. Small Mike's first time I've heard that.
Is this the first time we've had infighting in the Yak Shack? Because he's calling out another guy, and also he hates me.
I guess he does. You don't let his stuff on in the weed reviews.
Maybe if it had been funny, it might have made it. I don't know.
Oh, no.
One never can tell.
Oh.
More Bridges comments. I don't know. People respect. This kind of tells us what people get interested in. This was Maddie and the Bridges. Let's
hey,
listen.
guys. I was just listening to your last episode, and you were talking about bridges. And long ago, before the Yak Shack, I called about bridges, and Mike couldn't pronounce the Piscataqua River, which is what divides New Hampshire from Maine. But he's a baller. He probably lands in Bangor or lands in Portland or whatever, and then drives up. But anyway, Maddie, I feel you.
Can I just jump in here and say, when you're going to correct me on a pronunciation, it would help that if you pronounced it correctly. Because I heard,
yeah, but
that's
Mike,
what I heard.
Understand, that's not the point of the call. The point of the call is the creepy thing he's about to say to Maddie.
Oh.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's listen.
I hate bridges. They're the worst. And that's really all I had to say.
Good pickup
is
line.
That bridges suck. Like, the shorter the bridge is better. I don't want to go across the Bay Bridge or the Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay, thank you. Let's take another call.
Sorry, sir, she's taken.
Yes.
He was going to list bridges at the end there. I wasn't going to go through that.
Some hot bridge action.
The Bay Bridge. All right, Maine lady. A lot of calls from Maine early in the Yak Shack. Let's listen to the Maine lady.
Hi, Mike, Rob, Oscar. I just wanted to say this is Kat from Maine, by the way.
Ooh,
I just want to let you know that you played a clip last week, about a week ago, of a girl from Stranger Things singing, and it was not great. Well, that's I think that was Maya Hawke, who's Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter.
Yeah, that's true.
And it just gave me a little bit of twisted joy that somebody who came from that gene pool doesn't obviously have everything as far as their singing talent goes. But anyways, I just thought I'd pass that along, and I love you guys, and keep up the good work. Your show is the best part of my day.
Well, thank you, Maine lady. Kat, we appreciate it. A little Schadenfreude, which is.
I like the fact that Kat is living up to her name.
That's meow. Ready for a joke?
Yes.
I love a joke.
I don't think you're good. Rob, you might like this.
Okay, I will rate it. I'll give it a letter grade.
Okay, here we go.
So I have a question. If we all start saying a bunch of bad things about former advertiser Alexander Papp, would that be considered a Pap smear?
Oh, Rob didn't laugh. Rob was the only one you could have gotten, and Rob didn't laugh at it. No.
C-.
Oh, very bad.
You know what, sir?
Bordering on a D+.
When you're messing with our advertisers, you mess with our money.
That's
there
right.
you go. Yeah, and we still like Alexander
I
Papp,
just
and we
talked
hope
to
he
him
comes
yesterday.
back on. There you go. Come on back on, Alex.
Don't be
this
a
is a bad call.
jackass, sir.
I wrote bad call.
Oh, bad
call.
Bad call.
Bad caller. Hang up.
When you're listening to the show and something starts to flow,
okay, all right.
Diarrhea.
All right,
B+.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Call from my son, Small Mike. Let's listen.
Small Mike.
Hey, little Michael, do you have your homework done? No? Then light him up!
That's it. Let's take another.
You want a break?
That way you want? Yeah, we'll break. I'll play that one more time.
Hey, little Michael, do you have your homework done? No? Light 'em up!
Hey, we'll take a break and come back with more of your yaks. Some unscreened call coming up next
nice.
on the Mike O'Mara Show. We'll be right back.
Political Persuasion.
Hey, it's Chris Fritz with Political Persuasions. This week, Mike and I take on Sharpiegate. Writing on a map is against the law. We'll tell you why. Plus, the Climate Change Town Hall, 7 hours of policy. Did Mike tune in? And we take your questions this week.
You can download Political Persuasions at politicalpersuasions.com, iTunes, Stitcher, and wherever fine podcasts are found.
Yeah, and by the way, for Political Persuasions, send Chris Freites at Chris Freites on Twitter. Any questions you have for Political Persuasions about Chris or me or my politics or what I feel about that, I'll ask the TMOS listenership to check us out on Political Persuasions and let me know.
Great episode yesterday, a really good one. And also, Maddie, because you're wondering, that song that was in the background, it's the Alabama song. Because, you know, the hurricane was going to Alabama.
All makes sense.
That's right.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by KiwiCo. How would you like a subscription box for your kids that helps them change the world, basically?
Yes, absolutely.
Say hello to KiwiCo. KiwiCo creates cool projects for kids, and it makes learning about science, technology, engineering, art, and math, known as STEAM. It makes that fun for kids. Small Mike absolutely loves his.
Who?
And he Small Mike.
Of course.
And he gets a new box every month. Each box designed by experts and tested by kids. It's got all the supplies needed for that month's project, and they're great projects to do for kids. They make them think, and you will just have hours of fun with your kids if you play with this product. It's wonderful. Easy to follow instructions, written for kids, and an educational magazine so the learning continues. With 7 lines to choose from for the different age groups, KiwiCo is great for kids. You're going to love it. All ages, too. KiwiCo, a convenient, affordable way to encourage your children to be anything they want to be. No commitment, and you can cancel anytime. Monthly options start at $19.95 per month. Shipping included. Our listeners can go to kiwico.com/TMOS to get their first month free. Every day counts when it comes to making a difference, so don't miss out on this amazing opportunity. Again, go to kiwico.com/TMOS and get your first month free. That's kiwico.com/TMOS. Right back to the Knox. This is unscreened, and, well, let's see what happens.
Hey, it's Dave. Stuck in traffic. But I got a joke for you.
Oh, here's another joke.
Oh, great.
Comedy jokes. A guy walked into a bar carrying a piece of concrete. He says to the bartender, "I'll take a drink for me and one for the road." And one for the road. Yep.
Oh, I laughed.
Not funny at
I
all.
don't get it.
It doesn't even work. Well, the brick is a part of the road, I guess.
Piece of concrete?
Yeah, but you see, if the joke is not funny at any level, it would work better if he said asphalt.
Right.
Well, no,
It
but
still
that,
wouldn't be
no, it
funny.
wouldn't make
No.
sense. No.
Let's get right to the endorsement. I'm terribly sorry for that. Here we go.
I'm not in traffic, and I'm here to give an endorsement for the Robb fruit cakes. I won last year. I bought 2, and just so that you know how good they are, on August 30th, 2019, I am about to open the second of 2.
Ooh.
It's been in my fridge since December. That's almost 9 months. You hear that? Box is opening.
Wow.
Did he say he was in traffic?
Styrofoam peanuts.
He said he wasn't in traffic.
He wasn't in traffic.
So they're nuts. Don't eat it if you're allergic to. Shut up.
Right.
If you're allergic to nuts. Okay. And here is.
Who is he talking to?
I'm gonna tear
He's
open
reading the warning label.
Oh, okay.
the plastic opening really fast. Here's the opening.
Do you think the fruitcake was in the fridge by the human heads?
Let's see if it turned green or anything.
It's made this
like that.
sexual.
You know what? I bet if it's turned green and it's itchy and it's moldy.
It's a smart play, though.
God damn it! I'm probably gonna eat it anyway.
Wow.
Because it's almost 10 o'clock at night and I'm really hungry. Yeah, I had dinner. So what? Shut up.
I gotta
Okay.
we gotta get to it.
Here it is. I'm gonna take a bite of it. Here we go. So you can hear how good this fruitcake is, even though it's been sitting for having a
9 months,
little
idiot.
problem. I can't really cut it. Hold on. Jeez. All right, here we go. Ready? Here's a piece. No, it's got green stuff and red stuff inside of it. It's okay.
What?
No. No. Okay. Take a drink of chocolate milk. Wash it down.
Oh no!
This guy.
That's a bad
This guy. He's getting off on
I'm
this
done.
ASMR BS.
I'm sorry, Rob. I thought it was an
That was
endorsement. It
not
sounded
an
like he might have been
endorsement.
enjoying
Tastes
chocolate
okay.
milk. Chocolate milk, you butthead. You don't eat a fruitcake with chocolate milk.
That call is a fail.
I'm sorry. Let's take a hurricane call.
Please.
All right, here we go. Please play it. Oops, sorry. I gotta play it.
Diabetes, your icon.
Okay.
Oh, is that the same
Hold
guy?
on to it. 100%. Tastes great. Go buy a whole bunch of fruitcakes.
It's an endorsement.
Tell them Dave sent you.
Dave, thank
The
you,
long
Dave.
way, the long way.
Now the hurricane call. We got like to 1/8 of the calls today.
Hello? Who is this? Oh, hello, this is the Cohen. I heard you talking about me.
The Cohen.
You saw me,
Cohen.
Mike, on the Weather Channel.
The Cone.
And you did a big hubbub. Oi, here he comes. Cohen is coming to Florida. And he's going to blow, and the trees are going to fall.
All right,
and
I get it.
all
Okay.
the wind and the wet.
All right.
Hurricane Cohen.
I get it.
That's
The Cone.
that gets an A minus.
Exactly.
I like that a
Very
lot.
good.
What he says.
This next call is entitled "Oh Boy."
Hi, this is Sam from Mississippi, and I have to say I love the show, especially last week, which was Rob Free.
Oh, another slam at you.
I'm the old original iron-jawed, brass-mounted, copper-bellied corpse maker from the wilds of Arkansas. Look at me! I'm the man they call sudden death and general desolation. Sired by hurricane, damned by an earthquake, half-brother to the cholera, nearly related to the smallpox on my mother's side. Look at me!
Wow.
I take 19 alligators and a barrel of whiskey for breakfast when I'm in robust health, and a bushel of rattlesnakes and a dead body when I'm ailing. Look at me! I splint the everlasting rocks with my glance, and I squinch the thunder when I speak. Woo! Stand back.
Yeah.
And give me room according to my strengths. Blood's my natural drink, and the wails of the dying is music to thine ear.
Yak Shack is this week something truly special.
And remember that
is
started
he quoting
out.
a movie? Is he quoting some sort of movie?
I don't know.
If he's not, he's got people in his crawl
I picture
space.
a man calling on not a cordless phone,
right?
Not a cell phone,
right?
But like one that has an actual wire. He's standing there in
Maybe
his kitchen.
rotary. Yeah.
He's standing in his kitchen and
Green
he's
rotary
completely
phone.
naked.
Yeah.
Calling the
Look at me.
show.
Yeah, I'm okay with him.
look
You
at
know,
me.
that started out as a slam against me, and after I'm okay with that.
That's no problem at all.
Hardest friends.
Call from DC next.
Hey, Jeremy from D.C.
Hi.
Last week I spoke too slowly and I got sent to my room.
There you go. Okay, thank
Hey
you.
everybody, this is James from Iowa. I was looking forward to the Dick Queasy t-shirts. I know you'll get around to them eventually, but...
All right, that's a complaint. Thank
Hey,
you.
Mike. I just saw a commercial for the new Downtown Abbey movie.
Oh, hello.
Get
Okay.
tickets now.
Yeah. You know what? I'm probably going to go. I'm giving Rob a hard time about nostalgia.
My mom is out of her mind about this new Downtown
What's
Abbey
so
movie.
great about this movie?
The Queen's coming. Let's take another call. It's a lady, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Mike, Rob, Oscar, Pony, and most importantly, Maddie.
Hey!
This is Chris from Bel Air, Maryland.
Hello, Chris.
I actually had a quick question for Oscar.
Hmm.
Having not gone to school for the past 20 years, I'm a proud graduate of VCU, and now heading back for an MBA. What do you have as far as advice you can give to somebody who hasn't stepped foot into a classroom in about 20 years.
All right, give them the advice over the music because we're going to have Oscar. We'll take Oscar to a commercial with this advice. Go ahead.
Play to your strengths, and don't sit next to dummies. Because if you do, you'll be lotted in with the rest of them. So find someone that looks like they got the rest together, and then you will work just as hard as they do.
It's a good piece of advice, really.
Very good,
quickly
yeah.
There.
But
All
she's
right,
a
we're
VCU
gonna,
student, so she probably tuned out halfway through.
We're going to get no
luck.
Oscars take. The Oscars
No
take
Oscars
with me.
take.
Anyway, we'll take more of your calls when we come back
good.
on the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody.
Mike. Guess what day it is? It's the day that the new Oh My Gosh show comes out, and it is back to school. Yeah, the kids are back in class, and we got some bus stories to share. And I know that you're going to love this, Mike, because I know you love that school bus, and she's back. We're talking about Tamron Hall. We sit down with her and go one-on-one as she gets ready to launch her new daytime TV talk show. And for all the fashionistas out there, Robb Spiewak, we're looking at you. What? We are diving into the September issue of Washingtonian Magazine, and you might recognize a familiar face. Subscribe to the Oh My Gosh Show now on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or Facebook. Bye.
Thank you, Angie. That's Angie Goff. Oh My Goff is the podcast. And if Tamron Hall ever comes through our hall, please bring her into the TMOS studios.
Oh, yes.
I'd love to meet her. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Harry's. Humans have been shaving for over 5,000 years.
Yes.
From shark teeth to the first copper razor, a great shave always comes down to one simple factor: sharp, durable blades.
Sharp.
The ancient Greeks didn't need flex balls, heated handles, or any of the gimmickry. Harry's doesn't add gimmicks either to their razors. Harry's is a return to the essential quality and durability at a fair price, $2 a blade. Harry's also is a brand you can be proud of. 1% of sales are donated to organizations that provide access to mental health care for men. And your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed. I never start my day without my Harry's. Never. So be like me. Join the 10 million who have tried Harry's. Claim your special trial offer by going to harrys.com/TMOS. Our listeners can redeem their Harry's trial set at harrys.com/TMOS. You'll get a weighted ergonomic handle for a firm grip, 5-blade razor with lubricating strip and trimmer blade, rich lathering shave gel with aloe for skin hydration, a travel blade cover to keep your razor dry on the go. So go to harrys.com/TMOS and start shaving better today. And we thank you. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. We're taking your yaks. Lots of them today. We're trying to get it through as many as we can. Next one, Oscar and I love a particular show. Let's listen to this right now.
Good morning, gentlemen. It's Mark from San Francisco, home, or should I say former home, of the San Francisco 49ers. I've been watching Hard Knocks, Oakland Raiders training camp. The problem with this show is making me like the Raiders. As a Niners fan, that could be a problem.
Yes, it could.
But I think I have a reason, a good excuse. Because lately, in the last couple of years, the Niners have been playing like Big Potty.
And then he hung up. That's it. By the way, Antonio Brown,
the latest
problem child. I mean, really just ridiculous. Screw
His name
you.
will come up in the audio vault.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Do you have the rave out, the big meltdown?
I have something better than that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's just a shame the way
Well,
that's
as we
going
tape on a
with him.
Friday, we don't even know if he's going to be able to play this season. That's
right.
Find
Yeah.
out.
He's going to be suspended, perhaps, by the Raiders. We have a request next on the TMOS Yak Shack that you can call anytime, 888-920-6673.
Hey, Mike, this is Mark from McMinnville, Oregon, 100% sober. Where the hell is the Jamaican jerk? Let's get that guy in here. Come on, there's a huge hurricane. Jamaican jerk.
Oh, you called the wee hours in the morning because you got to lose a lifestyle, man. Yeah, there you go. Nothing going on in your life. How about a lady? Oh, no good for you. Too fat and ugly to get yourself a date, man. Oh, I understand that. The Jamaican jerk sent that right out to you, man. All right, let's take a call from an entertainer.
An entertainer.
No, this can't be good. An entertainer on the TMOS Yak Shack.
Where are your papers, old man?
What is wrong with people today?
Is this your passport? I see you have a visa to the passport. Clink, who is this man? Oh, General Bullcutter.
Thank you. An entertainer, ladies and gentlemen.
Lots of good voices.
Awesome.
Yeah. I tell you, it was a weird one this week. I love them. Keep them calling. Next call is about John Waters.
Hi, this is Lori from Rochester.
I was listening to an interview with John Waters, and he was saying that the first time he knew he was gay was when he saw Elvis Presley on television dancing. And Terry Gross asked him what he thought that Elvis would think of that. So I'm interested in Rob's opinion about that. So I'll shut up and listen. Bye.
All right. So John Waters went gay after looking at Elvis Presley on TV.
I went gay after I saw John Waters' mustache. But I don't think Elvis would have much problem with that. Elvis had a couple gay friends. And I'm not sure that the personality of John Waters would jive with Elvis's, but I don't think his sexuality would bother him.
Wasn't Hugh Hefner, he like slept with so many women it got boring, so he's like, let's see what's going on the guy side, allegedly.
I read one of the tell-all books said that he would only bang women, but he would watch gay porn while he was doing it. That's what I remember. And baby oil. I remember a lot of baby oil with you.
Baby oil. This might be the same
What was
lady.
that
I'm not
buzz?
sure. Let's listen to our next.
I can't remember.
Oil.
Hi, I'm calling from Rochester, New York. I just woke up. I don't know if you're still looking for those kind of calls, but I had a dream, and I know if I don't call you right now, it'll just, evaporate out of my brain. But I dreamt I was watching you put together a promo, and everyone was there, including Pony, and someone was riding on a skateboard. I don't know who that was, but
maybe it's me.
It seemed like
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Come on! What if you project something? Maybe she's like the lotto lady. She dreamt the numbers.
Nope. It's just too much.
Can't wait for her to eat the fruitcake.
Maybe Small Mike was riding a skateboard.
I don't know what was happening. I couldn't get to the end of it. I only had 20 seconds to couldn't stand anymore. Hey, we got a Maddie first.
Numbers.
We got a Maddie call.
Guys, what's going on? Hi, Maddie, Mike, Rob, Oscar.
Maddie first.
What's going on, guys? Bodie, hey, what's up? Sorry, man, I just got really high. I got you hitting the joint. But anyway, this message is for Grimy, who called about
more infighting.
He wanted audio evidence on Mike saying he called it on The Rock, being a famous star. I got to tell you, Grimy, I heard that. I remember hearing that.
There you go.
I remember Don Geronimo laughing at him, laughing at Mike.
Yes.
Telling him, there's no way. And I believe Rob was there, too, making fun of him.
That's right.
And I'm like, yeah, sure, patting him on the head. And believe it or not, I was of the ilk that was agreeing with Don and Rob and all the guys from Don and Mike. And I give it up to you, Mike.
There you go.
You are amazing. You called it on The Rock. So, yeah, it's laughable now. Because it's like so obvious that he's an amazing action hero.
There it is.
But back then, it was just, he was a clown. He was a wrestler.
Yeah.
They were treating him like he was going to be like the next Hulk Hogan in movies.
Yep.
So anyways, yeah, Grimy. I heard it. I don't know if the tape's out there, but holla, guys.
Thank you, buddy.
There you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's great. Let's get a call from our traffic watcher, shall we?
Oh, great.
Traffic watcher.
Hey guys, I'm on my way to work. This is Hein from Indy, and I saw a license plate that immediately made me think of the show. The license plate was just SCHMA. I went full Felix Unger with it, and all I could think was Schmah!
That's funny. Oh, yeah. Hey, speaking of Patton, we got a call about
There we
Patton,
go.
I think. It's either George or Patton, the comedian.
Hey guys, sorry to be a repeat caller. Matt, officially Woodbridge, Virginia. I was just thinking, I just found out today that Patton Oswalt shares a birthday with me, or to say it correctly, I share a birthday with him. He is a couple of years older.
Congratulations. Let's get another call. This one is simply gross.
Hello, Michael and Oscar and Robert and Pony, and especially Maddie and Shannon.
Oh, boy.
This is Ed from California. I purchased the last tickets to your show from Paulie Christine. I'm especially looking forward to our time together.
Is he trying to do the Mind Hunter guy?
I think so.
Sir.
Is he trying to do the Mind? Is he trying to do the Mind Hunter guy? Don't do. That's not funny.
When you're in town, if you need anything, please let me know. But the egg salad is best. See you soon. Bye.
Gross.
Oh, God. See, it's late at night, people call.
And Mike, I want you to know something.
Yes.
I share a birthday with Vanessa Redgrave.
Congratulations. Would you like to hear from Trevor, Rob? Trevor called.
Trevor.
I'd let Oscar. This is Oscar's call.
Trevor,
I'm kind
Let's listen to Trevor.
I can go
Trevor,
either way.
Trevor called.
Hey guys, it's your boy Trevor.
Your boy.
Trevor Myers from Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Oh, of course.
Student at the University of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Woo Pig Stewie. Just calling, enjoying the God's green good magical stuff. I just had a quick question. I've been a really big fan of you guys, and you guys really did kind of inspired me to go to college.
Good.
With the goal of being like Mike or like Robb or maybe like Oscar. But I'm kidding. I love you, Oscar. But
Ace.
Where was I? Anyway,
come on.
What degree do you guys suggest I get? I'm in broadcast.
Abnormal psychology. Let's take another call from Colorado. Here we go.
Michael Mayer, Brandon, Colorado Springs, Colorado. I was just listening to the show from August 28th.
Oh, yes.
I think it was 28th, whatever, the Yak Shack. And I just heard the call where the guy said that there's too much Oscar coming through the headphones. I just want to say, I listened to you when it was Don and Mike a long time ago. I stopped around the time that Frida died. And it was always Jim Rome in the morning and then Don and Mike in the afternoon. And I loved it. It's perfect all day. But then I changed jobs and lost track of you guys. Discovered the podcast probably 3-4 years ago, just before you moved to Florida. Enjoy it. It's awesome. But I remember thinking one of the things that I first saw was this Oscar guy. Jesus, what a jerk. But you know what? Oscar, you're one of my favorites on the show now. So more Oscar is a good thing. Last week was awesome.
That's awesome. That's very nice.
That's nice. And when there's three people on a
very,
show and you're one of his favorites, that's high praise.
All right, we got time for just a couple more on the Yak Shack. This is the perfect time. The perfect time. I don't know what this call is.
Hey, what's up, guys? Calling you at 3:50 in the morning.
That's what I meant. All right.
Leaving Black Rock City, Nevada, now in Gerlach, Nevada.
Okay. Thank you. Glad for the update. Thank you very much. Hey.
Go ahead, honey.
Okay. Mike, my husband and I have come up with a name for the time of year when your trio becomes a duet. Oh, we're calling from Greenwich, Connecticut. What's that time of year, honey?
You got it, Margaret.
No, don't give her my name.
Hi, Margaret. Peggy.
Yeah, go. We think it should be called, wait, what was it?
Late summer.
Oh, yeah.
Late summer duet.
Late summer duet. What, honey, duet.
Hi, Margaret.
Late summer duet.
I love
'cause
this
you go
call.
from a trio to a duet. All right. Have a great day, boys.
Thanks,
Bye.
thanks,
See you in
Margaret.
Vegas.
Bye-bye. Thank you. See you in Vegas.
I like to call her Peggy.
Mellow fan, second to last call.
Okay.
Penultimate call, Rob.
Love the
Mellow.
penultimate call. Yes.
I'm a huge fan of all you guys, man. You guys keep it tight always in every way. But I wanted to hip Robb to, and all you guys, to the Chuck Brown song where Mayor for Life, Marion Barry raps on it, man.
Hey!
And it's called Go-Go Drug Free. And the album is called Which Way to Go, I believe.
Well, should have paid attention to it, sir. Thank you.
You know
very
what,
much.
Mike? There are no two greater Washingtonians.
Chuck Brown and Mayor Marion Barry.
Yes.
And here's our final yak of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, guys. Just want you to know, a little bit overserved yesterday. Didn't sleep too well last night. But I'm doing a trick that I did last week, the week before, that I learned from certain someone. I'm headed to DQ to get me an ice cream cone. And I could not believe last time when the ice cream hit my lips, I changed completely from just run down to so excited and refreshed.
Worked for me.
I just was wanting to say thanks to Mike because it works.
I'm glad to influence you, sir. Thank you very much. That's wonderful. We will take a break. Thank you for all your calls.
Wonderful,
Call
Yak.
anytime, especially this weekend. 888-920-MORE, 888-920-6673. Audio Vault coming up next on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Another season of big football is here. The question is, are you ready? We know you are, and so is a voice from the West. Nicky Diamond is back, and he's on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Who's ready to cash in?
Your fantasy football roster is incomplete without sage advice from the prognosticator up for ups.
4 out of 5 bookies can't be wrong.
Nicky breaks it down with the Diamond Pick of the Week, the Merle, and the Carry.
I'm bigger than Vegas.
Nicky Diamond on the Mike O'Mara Show. Just listen, and you'll be
in the no, baby.
Might be my favorite promo we're running right now.
He was so great. Yes, Nicky sounds 5 years younger.
He absolutely does. Hey, this segment of the program brought to you by our Fruitcake Futures. Look at you. Remember when you missed that flight? They took off without you. They never looked back. You know why? Because you're not special. Remember when you were late to that party and they cut the turkey before you got there? They cut the turkey. Cut the turkey without you. Total lack of respect because you're not so special. And remember when your wife banged the pool boy all summer? She did it because you're not special. Yep, you're just a you're just a regular guy. Nothing keen or notable about you. Johnny Average, Bobby Boring, Vinny Vanilla. So, if you assume that we're going to let you order a TMOS signature fruitcake after the September 30th deadline, think again, asshole.
Oh, my God.
There will be no second chance, no exceptions. Order now or do without. You're not special. Don't screw it up. TMOS Fruitcake Futures. Go to our website and buy as many as you can. MikeO'MaraShow.com. Get your fruitcake. Do it now. Hey, you get a chance at the golden ticket and the platinum ticket as well.
Course.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Now, open up the audio vault for today. This is Friday, September. Is this September 6th already?
Yeah, the 6th of September.
Good Lord. Take it away, Rob.
The thing about September 6th, it's not special.
No, you're not special.
No,
not at all.
Vinny Vanilla. I mentioned this earlier. You know who's really upset about this Antonio Brown drama?
Who?
O.J. Simpson. Juice took to Twitter because he's got Antonio Brown on his fantasy team, and if he doesn't play, Juice doesn't win. We don't want Juice angry.
Antonio Brown, what's going on with my fantasy team? I drafted you, Antonio, because I admire your game. I'm sure there's thousands of Americans who drafted you. We were all counting on you. Enough, buddy. You knew that you were going to get fined. Every guy that holds out get fined. And you also know that communications in the locker room stays in the locker room. So I got to tell you, the only people you're making happy right now are the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cash them big checks that you're getting and move on, man. Stop with all of this drama.
Yeah, stop with the drama, Mike.
Yeah, I know. It's been murder.
So, are you familiar with an air carrier called EasyJet?
EasyJet?
Yeah, it must be a European carrier.
I think it sounds British to me, EasyJet.
So, they had a plane booked that was going to fly from England to Spain, but they had no pilot. This occasionally happens. Well, one of the passengers on this flight was an EasyJet pilot, and he wanted to get to Spain, so he took matters into his own hands and made this announcement on takeoff.
Just before we went through security, I thought, I wonder if this is worth a phone call. I think it is, because I'd like to go on holiday. So I phoned up EasyJet and said, hiya, I'm standing in the terminal doing nothing. I've got my license with me, deliberately, from being pushed in the back of the head at 3 a.m. I've got my ID with me, and I'd very much like to go on holiday, and if you need a favour, I'm standing here ready to go. And he said, we'll phone you back. 38 seconds later, they phoned me back and said, please, pretty please, with a big cherry on top, can you fly the airplane to Alicante? We're going to position another pilot out from some other base to bring the airplane back here. So if you're all right for one of your pilots to look like for this today, we'll go to Alicante. How's that sound?
Just because he wanted to get to Spain. He was ready to go on
he was on
holiday.
vacation with his family.
Yeah.
That's
He's like, I can fly this thing.
I love that. That's awesome.
Now, yesterday I played you the isolated vocals of Blondie. Here's another musical curio.
Ooh, I love this.
Read a little bit about this.
Okay.
2 different songs. This mashup works because they're in parallel chords. which means that the chords are not the same, but they play well together. The chords at question here are G major and G minor. We've got Smokey Robinson and the Miracles and Dire Straits. Check this out. This is the old Motown song called Shop Around. And so this mashup is called Shopping for Money. Check it out.
And then she said, you better shop around.
Oh, wow.
Better shop around. Oh, yeah, you better shop around.
Pretty cool.
Just because you become a young man now, it's still some things that you don't understand now. Before you ask some girl for a hand now, keep your freedom for as long as you can now. My mama told me, better shop around.
And they had to doctor a little bit of it, right?
A little bit, I think, mostly for the tempo. But
for the tempo. They had to get the tempo right. That's very, very cool.
So cool. And it makes me think, you know that Dire Straits album, Brothers in Arms, is 30
Phenomenal.
years old now?
Yep.
It's still great. So
Money
good.
for Nothing, my favorite driving song. Riding a
it's
motorcycle,
such a good
driving in
song.
a car. I love on the motorcycle. There was no better song to come to an intersection and have that crank.
With that long, great intro. It's great.
Absolutely.
It's like a minute 30. Have you watched Lights Out with David Spade yet?
I have not had the opportunity.
Please watch it. They did a thing last night. Are you familiar with basketball player Nick Young?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he plays for the Nuggets. He has played for the Lakers. I think he was drafted by the Wizards. But they did a thing. It was David Spade and Jeff Ross. They put him on stage at like the Chuckle Hut, but they put an ear monitor in, and they didn't tell him what they were going to tell him to say. So he was going to do stand-up.
That's awesome.
So we close with this, and it's just great.
Let's have some serious love for Nick Young, a.k.a. Swaggy P.
My name is Nick Young.
My name is Nick Young.
I was named after my dad, Nick Old.
I was named after my dad, Nick Old.
I don't want to brag.
I don't want to brag too much.
But I'm the 48th greatest player in Lakers history.
But I'm the 48th greatest player in Lakers history. And y'all know me. Y'all know me in here. That's crazy.
I'm one of the smartest players in the NBA.
I know y'all won't believe this, but I'm one of the smartest players in the NBA.
Just by believing the earth is round.
Just because I believe the earth is round.
I love Jeff Ross.
Dude is funny, guys.
And I love David Spade. The best thing, if you watch this bit, watching the player's eyes while he's getting the lines, because he doesn't know what's coming.
Wow.
It's so great.
Smart.
So that's my pick for the weekend. Watch Lights Out with David Spade. That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Have a wonderful weekend. Get some fruitcakes over the weekend, everybody. And thank God, Ponyboy Matt Bloom will be back in studio on Monday's show.
Well, you know, he's right in the storm right now. He's in the thick of it.
Yes, sir.
He could be
that's
gone.
Right, he's down there. Oh, my God. We'll get a storm report on Monday from Ponyboy.
If he lives.
That's it. We got to get out of here. For Rob Spiewak, Matty Masiello, Oscar Santana, and the entire TMOS family from Podcast Village, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show was made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MaraShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace.
That's all.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
I can pull a better cartoon out of my ass. Hey, whoa! Wasn't that great, kids?
Good night, Herr Doctor.
Good night, Frau Blucher.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.